performance, we need to get a home win and get our season going again.
So Nigel, Barnsley up next. How important is it to get a win after those 3 defeats?
Very important. Lots of reasons. I think the fashion in which we lost against West Brom really doesn't sit very easy with us at all. It was a really poor performance, and that's not an easy thing to own up to. But it's the truth. We weren't good enough. The Nottingham Forest one was a real kick in the teeth, if you like. But and the Bournemouth game was just a very, very hard game. So look, it's not a case of making excuses. It's just saying, right, now's the time to stand up. We need a performance. We need to get a home win and get our season going again.
After the West Brom game, you said that too many individuals were off their game. The players will know that. How do you address it?
By being open, honest with them, giving them honest feedback, give them as much detail in the feedback as possible. Not about generalising and just, it's about trying to be specific about things. And sometimes giving that type of feedback, but still having a creative impact is difficult. But no, that's how we try to do it. It's the players that we have here, I know, are capable of taking us forward. And you pick up injuries along the way, but the bottom line is that the players that we have here have the opportunity to make things happen for us, and that remains the same even when you go through bad times. I think one of the things I always remind myself about during times like this is that these can be very important moments in time. If you come out the other end of a difficult spell, then there are a lot more positives to come out of it. So talk's cheap, got to get on with it.
There will be some external pressure. We're playing a team second from bottom of the Championship. Regardless of our home form, I think a lot of supporters will be going, this is one we can definitely win. Do you have to manage some internal pressure, not just because of our run, but also because of who we're playing as well?
You're talking from a personal perspective?
Oh, just from a coaching point of view, how do you treat this particular game?
As any other game, every game's winnable potentially. Pressure is something that comes with, certainly with my job. I think the players understand the importance of winning against Barnsley. But if I was to go into it and say, yeah, it's an easier game to win, in the context of where we are and some of the circumstances that we find ourselves in terms of home form, then that clearly is not always going to be the case. I expect us to win the game, let's put it like that. There might be more pressure on me personally, but that's fine as well, because providing the players are okay and they're allowed to play, then fine. But pressure is something that is part and parcel of sport. It's a part and parcel of management, and if you're not prepared to accept that, then you shouldn't be in it.
In terms of players' availability, how's Nathan Baker? Glad to see he came out of hospital on the Saturday night. How is he this week?
Well, he's not going to be available for this weekend. He may not be available next week. I've spoken to him. Hopefully, we'll get to see him at some point this week. But his game's all about physicality, aerial challenges, and we've got to make sure his health comes first. And apart from that, it's getting the squad as shipshape as possible, making sure that we're ready to go into this next run of games. As I've said before, when people miss out, there are opportunities somewhere else, and there may be some surprises in terms of selection. Have to wait and see.
Joe Williams and Andy King and Antoine not quite ready yet.
No, they're not going to be available. I think Joe out of those three will be back the quickest. I don't waste too much energy on thinking too much about that. The players are in pretty good shape in terms of overall fitness. Our fitness levels will climb through the roof when we win a game at home, and I think what that there points towards the importance of the sort of emotional intelligence as well of players, and them being able to deal with situations as they happen. Because that's again, people asking questions about us. We have the opportunity and the responsibility to go and respond, and I think that's what it's about. So I'm looking forward to the game.
It will be our designated remembrance match.
Yeah.
How important is it to honour those who've defended our freedoms and protected our way of life?
Massive, absolutely massive. It's always a very profound time of year, and I think because this is our fixture to commemorate those men and women. I think it's really important that we give it the respect that all those people deserve.